Hey guys, and welcome back to Rock My Face. Today I'm going to do a really awesome smoky eye for you that you could possibly wear out on Valentine's Day. And to get started, I've already moisturized and primed. I'm going to get started with a Dermablend concealer. I'm going to use a pointed foundation brush. I'm just going to go underneath the eye. My main focal point of this look is definitely going to be the eye, so I really want it to be and start out with an even base and really brighten up all the way around the eye. And you can already see what a difference it is between this side and that side just by adding a little bit of concealer. Any odd blemishes you have, just go ahead and hit with that. So from here I'm going to take a Bobbi Brown foundation, and this one is called Even Finish foundation, and the color I'm using is called Warm Sand. And I'm just going to take my buffing brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to buff this into the skin. And this is a full finish, so it should be really nice and even. Okay, to get started on the eyes, I'm going to start with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I'm just going to put that all over the lids. And I'm just going to buff that in a little bit with my finger. Do the same thing on the other side. Guys, to get started on the eyelid, I'm going to start by using this loose NYX powder, and it's like a baby pink pearl color. And I believe it is called Pink Pearl. But I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to dip that in. I'm going to give it a small tap just so that you have less fallout underneath the eye, and I'm going to pat that onto just on the eyelid. And this is going to give us a really good base to get started. And if you do get a little bit of fallout, just take a powder brush and wipe it off. Just match up the other side. Okay, from here I'm going to take a little bit of MAC. This is called Shadowy Lady, and it's like a charcoal purple color. I'm going to take this angled brush, and I'm going to start working on that outside corner. And I'm just going to trace it out. And then we're going to go back in and buff it in. You can just see how I'm starting to make just a small wing, and it's the darkest right on that outside corner. You want to keep your forehead really nice and relaxed here, or you're going to have lopsided eyes that are not going to match. And that's definitely something I have trouble with, so I understand if you do too. And it just looks like this. So I'm going to get a little bit more. I'm going to go over that just to really make it dark. Don't be afraid to make it dark. I'm also going to put some right at the lash line. Okay. Then I'm going to take a detailing brush, and I am just going to just blend that in just a little bit. Just kind of working with a windshield wiper motion back and forth, and work it up so that it kind of just gets a little bit lighter the more you work it up. That really gives it that smoky look. As you can see, it's really starting to get that just really nice blended look right on the outside edge. And you can work this until you're happy with how smoky it is. If you feel like it needs more, you can even just add it to the blended brush at this point and just go back and forth with it. Just stick with that shape. It almost looks like a backwards C, which to you, I don't know what it'll... Anyways, it kind of just keeps that curve, or I'm keeping mine a little bit pointier. It just depends on the shape that you want. I like to keep that curve, or the pointiness, right to where my eyebrow ends, right there. You just want to keep on working with it. Be patient. Just keep working it up. Now I'm going to take a little bit underneath the eye. Now you can see I've matched up both sides, and you can see where it's starting to really get that smoky look. I'm really not wanting to keep the purple look to it, so I'm going to take a little bit of this creep out of my Naked palette. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to take Gunmetal, which is a little more silver to it, and I'm going to tap my detailing brush. I'm just going to use the same brush I've been using, and I'm going to run that over the shadowy lady. This will bring in a little bit more black and silver instead of purple smoky. Like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm running this brush super lightly. I'm barely putting any pressure at all. Just really lightly running it right over that shadowy lady. And then I'm going to take a clean brush, and I'm just going to buff that in just a little bit. On both sides. Now I'm using a MAC 239 brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of a cream eyeshadow. This one is like a pinky orange color, and I'm going to just tap that right onto the lid over that we put on earlier. Just really lightly push that onto the lid. All I'm using it for is basically to hold the shimmer that we're about to put on onto the eye. And then I'm going to take a lighter color and run it right underneath the eyebrow. On both sides. And then I'm going to take that same pink pearl color that we used earlier, and I'm going to pat that right on top of that cream eyeshadow that we just put on. This is going to make it hold that really nice shimmer instead of, I don't want that to fade. I want it to just, I want that to stay all night long. And then I'm going to use it as a highlight right under the eyebrow also. And if you end up putting a little too much, don't worry. We're going to go back in with the blending brush to even it all out. And I'm going to take that right on the inside corner too, right over where we took that shadowy lady. Now I'm going to blend it all in. So it all just flows together. Now I'm going to take a black liquid liner. I'm going to run this right over the eye, really close to the lashes. So I'm going to go in with a black gel liner on the waterline. And I'm taking mine all the way in. If you have really small eyes and you want to keep them open or make them appear larger, only put the liner on the waterline right at the edge like that instead of completely closing it. Okay, my camera died, so I curled my hair while I waited on the camera to charge up. I just finished my liner and I'm going to move on to my brows now, and I'm just going to take a brown eyeshadow with an angled brush, and I'm just going to fill in any holes and just make them look really nice and groomed. And do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just pushing them up as I do this toward the forehead. Because I don't want that perfect. Not today. I just kind of want it to look really natural and not super perfect. Now I'm going to take a creamy concealer and I'm going to clean up underneath the eyes. Now from here I'm going to contour just a little bit, so I'm going to take my Pop Beauty palette and I'm going to run it right in the hollows of my cheeks. Then I'm going to take a translucent powder and I am just going to take a powder brush and run that underneath the eyes, all along just the center of the I'm just going to run that all along the center of the face. Now I'm going to use a fairly bright pink on the cheeks. This one is called Hot Tamale. And I'm just going to place it right on the apples of the cheeks, and then I'm going to take my buffing brush and work it in. It starts off looking a lot brighter than it's going to be. And you can just take your finger, place it where you want, and then use that brush. Now here, I'm going to go back to the eyes just for a quick second. I'm going to take this really bright pink right here by NYX. The color is called Cherry. Whoops. The color is called Cherry. I'm going to take a flat brush. And I'm just going to take just a little bit right on the tips of this brush. And I'm going to trace it right in the center of where that black meets that bright, or that soft pink pearl color. And I'm just going to make it very... I'm just going to give it just a little bit of a little bit of pink right there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Just to give it a little something extra. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to pull in a little bit more of the pink. And I'm using Glam Eyes by Rimmel. And I'm going to place that right on the lashes. Pretty good coat. Now on the lips, I'm going to go in with a light pink. This one's by Wet n Wild and it's 901. I'm just going to brush that all over the lip. And then to top that off, I'm going to go in, this is a Bobbi Brown color, and it's called Copper Diamond. It looks like this. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'm going to put that right on top of the pink. This is just going to give a little bit more of a nude look, which is good. I don't want the lips to be the main focal point in this. Really want it on the eyes. So guys, that completes my Valentine's Day smoky eye. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good day.